What's up, folks? The King's here. 2019, what an interesting year. Reflecting on a lot of things that happened, and a lot of it was good. I was able to actually move family to work with me in my business, grew my business, doubled last year's income, became a landlord, not to just another single family or a fourplex, actually became a commercial landlord. A lot of changes. We don't even know how we pulled over that deal, how we pulled that deal off, and a lot of good things that have happened. Took care of my health, lost some weight. I could do some more, for damn sure. Had managed to put some money away, helped my mom with a lot of things, bought my second rental property not even too long ago, ended the year with purchasing 17 units. It's not little for somebody that is actually just starting out just like myself, and I cannot wait to see what I'm gonna do in 2020. And this is just me reflecting on the headlines, the highlights of 2019. But now, I'm gonna be telling you a lot more. Let's do this. Truth is, I did set very high goals for 2019 myself. Some of them were met, some of them were not met, but a few things that were met, I'm so excited about. I always, get online, to go online, maybe talk, in a way where I'm beating myself on not meeting the goals that I do or did, or the one where I need to be. But this time, I'm jumping on to just show how grateful I am for 2019 and how much forward I am looking for 2020. Like I said, I went from a guy that was basically homeless to a landlord in about 3 years, and this year I managed to become a commercial landlord, and also the benefits that brought into my life, and it basically brought the courage in me to actually own properties that I'm keeping, like pulling the triggers on properties that I'm not selling, which always has been a fear, as it's like money that you're writing checks for that you're not getting back. So that built a lot of courage. And also my team, a lot of changes inside the office. Had to let go of a lot of people this year. We gained a lot of amazing people this year, and the things that I've learned as a leader, the things that I've been through to become a better leader, like some of the people that I thought would last did not last, and I got to learn why and how I could have spotted what was in them that would easily allow me to see that they're not a fit for my company, where I took from and actually used in my hiring process and judging people to that I will be adding into my office. So gained a lot of leadership skills, on a personal side. I always talk about the business, so I'm going to finish the business before I get into my personal. Became a better leader, became a commercial landlord, and I'm just ranting as I'm going with you. And I would also say we grew like different departments in my business, which is, so now we buy and sell, and now we manage real estate, which is mostly my real estate. Now we grow I would say like a social media department. Now we have a full-time cameraman behind the camera. Like, that's pretty much like a social media department we grew. I mean, he definitely gets paid, so that's a department. We created a disposition management, pretty much call it department or position in the business, and that's regarding my business. We doubled the year before's numbers, and we also just managed to raise our first money from a good friend that we met not too long ago, and now we're using that money basically to buy more real estate. Consider it a high equity line on deals that we're doing. So that's regarding my business. On my personal life, man, I could have lost more weight this year, I gotta tell you that much. But on the personal side, I got closer with my family, which is I always was close, but I got actually closer. I managed to do more for my mom this year, managed to give her more. Both my sisters, one engaged, one is married. So now they're on, off to life with their, spouse, and next chapter of their life. That gives me a lot of relief. I managed to move into the building that I always dreamt of actually living in. this year too, which is called the Marquise, and it was only a dream to live in that building not too long ago. I would say like on a spiritual level, like I learned a lot about myself on how I act when I feel good or when I don't feel good. I learned a lot about how to handle myself inside of my business, outside of my business, and a lot of changes on a personal level. Like I feel like I don't know if patience is the right, I think patience is good, but it depends on what you think of when you think of patience. Patience could be you thinking of money coming to you on the couch, or patience is you, which is what I'm talking about, is me learning that some results that I'm looking for will come after time. Like as long as I'm doing the work. Some things don't just show up overnight, doesn't matter how hard you go at it. Like you could want abs now, and I guarantee you could go to the gym every single day and eat everything perfect for the next 2-3 weeks. You're not gonna have them unless you're 2 pounds away from having them. You understand? But that means you've been putting in the work. So I learned what, let's call it, I don't know if that's a real word. It's like active patience. Like I'm actually active, I'm doing the work, but I'm patient to see the results as I know it's coming for sure. Most of the big results you want in your life do take the time that you need to put in. But within that time, you're not on the couch, you're on the ground. That's the difference. Learned a lot about that. And I think I said that on the business side too, but I learned a lot on how to become a better leader. I learned how to make a decision better. I'm very quick to make my decisions, but I learned how to become a lot more effective and efficient with my decisions. I could personally say I've mastered the art of putting myself in people's shoes in order for me to make the best decisions for us, where we do a deal that is fair to both of us. And that was a lot of things that I learned. And mistakes, I've made some mistakes. Lost some money on some deals, you know. Let go of some people maybe I should have give a second chance to, keeping it real. On the personal side, I don't think I've made so many mistakes, to be honest with you, because I'm just so tuned into my business and my life that I'm just not out there worried or consumed or around the wrong things that I could be doing in order for me to make so many mistakes. Like I make mistakes, don't get me wrong. I just don't make so many because I'm focused on doing the right thing as much as I could. Again, I'm not flawless, but my mistakes don't take me down. Like they're not that big. And when I make a mistake, I don't make my mistakes and stay in them for so long. Like I just get out, recover quick, and move on to the next big thing in my life. And I don't dwell on it. And when I make a mistake, I don't get stuck and get depressed with it. 2019 was a good year. I would say in 2019 there was a part of me that was still childish, like was still boyish, and I became like a full man in 2019. I got beat, man. I got beat in 2019. Some deals, some evictions, some tax. I mean, it was a year, man. I gotta tell you. But my wins taught me a lot more than my losses. A lot of people say you'll learn a lot more when you lose. I mean, sure. That means if you're not paying attention on what you did when you won. So I learned a lot from my winnings, and I also met a lot of good people. Like if I compare my network from 2019 compared to my network in 2018, you can't even compare. So I met a lot of good people. That's a quick recap for 2019, but I could tell you I became more of a man. I've always been a man. I just became more of a man, closer to the man I want to be one day in my lifetime. What does that man look like? I don't know, but it looks pretty damn good, I gotta tell you that.